Hello everybody, how are you doing? Hope you've had a really good week. I've had a busy week but a really fruitful one. It's been really enjoyable. Hope you're well. Today I just want us to muse and just talk about different things related to health and your well-being and providing good health care as well. First of all, I must acknowledge my mug, my daughter's mug, which she made for me, which I absolutely love. Says I love you mom on one side, and I've got in here today, last week I had the ginger and lemon tea with honey, which is really good. And today I've got tea that was a gift, and it's called King Keliber tea, and it's from West Africa, and it's really good for digestion and for diuretic purposes. So it helps to relieve water retention. That's what diuretic means. It's from a shrub in the forest in West Africa. So that's what I'm having today, and you can try if you want to. Also, I must acknowledge the stress was given to me by Mrs. Josephine Olusoya. So thank you so much for the stress. Love it. It's light. It's perfect to wear in hot climates. Just gets the right amount of breeze in, and you don't sweat so much. Okay, so let's talk now. Yesterday I got a video on one of the groups I'm part of, and that video really got me going. At first I thought it was a hoax, and I'm still hoping that it's not a real video. It's not the Minister for Health for Nigeria saying what he said. So he said, he was asked, so what do you do about doctors who are not able to get specialty training? And his response was shocking. I mean, I've never heard anything like it, not from anybody holding public office. He said, well, not all doctors can specialize. Some will be farmers and some will be tailors. In fact, the person that makes his clothes is a doctor, and some will be specialists, while some will be GPs. It's really surprising for anyone to say that, because what I say is, if a doctor chooses not to finish or not to specialize, is different. The way medicine works is, you go into medicine after you finished your secondary school, and you spend 6 years learning to become a doctor. You learn basics of anatomy, physiology, just basic way the body works. And then when you finish with that, you have a basic medical degree. After that, you then go on to specialize in different areas, one being primary care. So he was referring to general practice as if it's not a specialty. It is actually a very difficult specialty, me being a GP, so I kind of understand the way general practice works. It's a difficult specialty. It takes a few years to understand how to give care, and 90% of all healthcare contact is in general practice. So for him to say that, it was just a bit uncomfortable. So now you have a Minister for Health who doesn't really believe that all doctors should specialize or will have the opportunity to specialize in a country where the primary care training is very weak. So that means that you might have to look after your health by yourself, or take a lead in looking after your health, because doctors are not even given the opportunity to train properly to be able to give you the health care you need. So it takes me on to my second topic, and the second thing I like to talk about, which is exercise and keeping really fit and healthy. I used to do some videos again showing you about exercising, talking about having 10,000 steps a day, to keep your waist trimmed, because again, a small waist shows that you have a healthy body, you have a healthy heart. There'll be less chances of you having diabetes or hypertension or any other chronic disease the smaller your waist is. And how do you get that small weight? By exercising right and by eating well. Try to keep your food clean and organic is the way to go. So how do you exercise? Do you exercise? When I ask, and some people say, well, no, I don't have the time. It's so important that you do that. You don't want a sedentary lifestyle. You don't want to be sitting down all day watching TV or going to your office and having 12 hours. So get your exercise in. And how should you exercise? I'm a fan of running. I think being able to run just sorts everything out. So gets your heart going, keeps your blood pressure down, and just keeps everything ticking along just fine. And then putting in a bit of resistance training, so with your weight are also quite good to do. But other people do various different things. For instance, if your knees are bad, you might decide that you don't want to run and you want to row instead of the rowing machine, or you want to swim. There's so many things you can do. And exercise for me is a way of improving one's mood as well. So if you are struggling with exercise or with losing weight, we can also help you. And in Vine Health, we make all our own supplements. We believe in supplementation, as I always say. I make our own supplements. And we make something called the Fat Burner. And this is our fat burner right here. And this contains some natural ingredients, including protein, amino acids, green coffee extract, and these help to increase the basal metabolic rate, meaning that when you work out, you lose weight quicker with the fat burner. Usually you take it one or two before you go and exercise. And I take it again. I take all my own vitamins. I use all my own range. My favorite, as you know, is vitamin D and vitamin C. So take 2 of that, and then with 45 minutes, hydrate and go out and run or walk or do whatever interests you. If you're struggling with motivation, and there are other things that you can do to increase your motivation. And don't be so hard on yourself. You know, sometimes you start out a process and then you don't really carry on, and then you feel like, oh no, I've lost track. No, it's fine to fall, but it's how you pick yourself up that matters. It's fine to not carry on, but then get yourself together and then go again. So don't be so hard on yourself. Exercise, it helps your mood, it helps you feel good about yourself, it gets your heart rate going, it improves blood supply to all parts of your body. It releases endorphins, which make you feel good, natural adrenaline. It's just the way to go, really. And then combining that with a wonderful diet just makes all the difference. And remember what I always say, I don't believe in dieting or restricting your food, but just having everything in moderation. Whatever you're eating, be able to exercise and work out. Right, and one more thing that I would like to talk about today is again with mental health. And as you know, I write quite a lot about mental health. I speak about mental health in all its forms and the different ways of just keeping your mental health in top condition. You want to be like, a Formula One car, that is working really well. Your mind is working really well, and your body is working really well. And I talk about things like depression, about anxiety, stress, and in the world we live in, it's rife with stress. I'm not sure what's gone on in our world, but I remember growing up and really just not having too many complications. Life was simple, but nowadays with all the distractions, with the technology, which is fantastic by the way, with just all sorts of things going on, the 24-hour news, our lives are inundated by stress. So you then have to do your morning check every morning. Check yourself, check in with yourself, just check in with you and with, how you're feeling, your mind. Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling low? Or is it really so bad that you almost feel like, let me just end it here? Well, you must speak to somebody. Have some close friends, people in your inner circle that you can share your mind with, people who won't judge you. And also with the mood support, with our mood support vitamins, we focus on vitamin D3. And if you're living in the West, and as things get darker and it gets colder, vitamin D deficiency gets even worse. So get your Vine Health vitamin D3, it's helpful, and your vitamin B complex as well. And just get yourself in the right state of mind, because if you are stressed and if you are sad, it's highly unlikely that anything else will be working in your life. You just have to put that in perspective, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. If you're not coping, many people are going through the same. And nowadays it's not just adults, even children struggle, with all of the responsibilities that they have at a young age, with homework, with friends and peer pressure and parental expectations, and even the expectations they put on themselves. So your mood is important, your mental health is important. Get that right, and usually everything else too will fall into place. We can talk more about stress next week. Stress is a really common one. It's different from depression, but it can give you symptoms that appear to be like depression and anxiety, and it's just being able to recognize the trigger and being able to eliminate that trigger or manage the trigger. But if you want to hear more about stress, I'm more than happy to discuss it. Right, it's been so good talking to you. I would like you to like the video, subscribe to our channel. I would like you to ask questions. If you put them just down below here, and we will come to your questions as soon as possible. We'd also like you to visit our website, vinehealth.org. Follow us on Instagram at VineHealth, and on Twitter at VineHealth.org. We're on Facebook as well. We're social, we're everywhere. So you can always follow us on all of those media handles. Remember that your health is a gift. Your being alive and in good health is a gift. You must cherish it, because it's one of those gifts that you don't understand how valuable they are or how valuable it is until it's gone. You don't want to lose your health, so cherish it, look after it, put the right things into your body and into your mind, and I'll see you again next week.